Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the result announced controversially on March 1st, 2023. And that result is being challenged at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, from where it's going to get to the Supreme Court. Right now, all eyes are on the judiciary to determine who actually won the election. But since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared the winner and he is running the country, a whole lot of things are happening in the country that will make you ask, do we still have opposition in Nigeria? Yes, we still have opposition in Nigeria, but the only opposition we have in Nigeria right now is Peter Obi and the Obidients. Mark my words, Peter Obi and the Obidients. They are the only opposition in Nigeria. There is no opposition coming from the People's Democratic Party. There is no opposition coming from the Labour Party when you remove Peter Obi from his out of it. There is no opposition coming from the NNPP. In fact, the only opposition in Nigeria today is Peter Obi and the Obidients in particular. That was why the other day, when Bayo Onanuga was circulating the picture of Peter Obi because he attended the wedding of the I don't know whether it's the son or the daughter of the deputy Senate president. Bayo Onanuga shared it on Twitter, saying that the Obidients should go and learn from Peter Obi, who has now become more tolerant, who is now has learned to become tolerant, of now playing politics without bitterness or something like that. But we know that Bayo Onanuga and his principal are the ones that plays politics of bitterness and intolerance. We know how Bayo Onanuga was profiling people of Igbo extraction and was issuing statement that this is the last time the Igbos would interfere in the election, as Igbos in Lagos are known Nigerians. He is the one that plays politics of bitterness, and his principal, who kept quiet while those things were happening. When people were moving from house to house, the thugs of APC in Lagos were moving from house to house, stopping people they think look like Igbos from coming out to vote, and that were attacking them. They were the ones that play politics of bitterness. They that ran on Muslim ticket are the ones that play politics of bitterness. They were the ones, but he shared that on Twitter and all kinds of things. But the significance of that is that if you ask those of them in APC who are in government, they tell you right now there is no opposition in Nigeria. That is why the only people they see as opposition, and that rightly so, are the Obidients. The Obidients are the only strong opposition in Nigeria today. They are the only opposition in Nigeria today. That you are still seeing opposition in Nigeria today is because of the Obidients. It is the Obidients that make it possible for people to talk about all eyes on the judiciary as a hashtag that is trending online and offline. Go and check those who are behind the all eyes on the judiciary billboards that was demolished by the present government and their agents. It was the Obidients. Go and check the billboard that says 25% in Abuja. Getting 25% in Abuja is mandatory. Those who are behind it, they are the Obidients. They are the ones that are giving challenge to the APC government right now until the Supreme Court rule. They are the only ones. The other ones has developed cold feet. They have developed cold feet. I will get to that of the PDP. Let me give you a typical example right now. PDP is dead, and I will tell you why. In terms of opposition, in terms of anything. But because of PDP is dead, that's why you hear that Atiku is thinking about forming another party to challenge APC. Okay? Because PDP has lost it long time ago anyway. Nigerians have rejected them. That's why they don't have, you don't see people passionate about them. They don't have passionate supporters. Their supporters are like the APC supporters. They are ashamed of themselves, and their policies and their programs. What they have done to the country, because they have been tested. The PDP is tested for 16 years. APC tested for 8 years. So there's nothing they can tell Nigerians. Nigerians have weighed them and seen that they have nothing to offer. Okay? Now, so PDP being in this bad state, it has rubbed off on the other opposition parties. That is why in the National Assembly today, have you seen any opposition in the National Assembly? Because in this kind of matter, Tinubu is a master strategist. He has cornered them. That is why when you go to the National Assembly today, you hardly hear opposing views coming from the legislators, from Labour Party, from NNPP, from the PDP. Many of them are so excited that they have been appointed head chairman and chairwomen of committees. Whenever you see Labour Party lawmakers talk these days, you see the excitement as the way they praise Akpabio, the Senate President, the way they praise the Speaker of the House of Representatives. You think that Akpabio and the Speaker of the House of Representatives are the best thing to happen to Nigeria since the best thing since sliced bread. They praise them to high heavens, all because of what they could get. Even the most disappointing was the Labour Party lawmakers. People who would never have dreamt of being in the National Assembly, because many of them couldn't get tickets in the PDP. They didn't have the muscle. They didn't have the resources to grab tickets in the PDP or in the APC. Labour Party gave them succor. Instead of showing that they are different, they are now hobnobbing with the APC lawmakers to the level that you don't know any difference between them anymore. That is why I believe strongly that many Labour Party lawmakers will never return to the National Assembly again after this time out. Because they have not shown that they are any different from the APC and the PDP. Take, for instance, the National Assembly is budgeting 40 billion naira to buy SUVs and all kinds of exotic cars for their principal officers and members and all that. Did you hear any objection from the Labour Party lawmakers? Did you hear any objection from the PDP lawmakers and say, we can't have this type of car when Naira is collapsing, when Naira is almost 1,000 Naira to the dollar? Let us patronize locally made, assembled, locally made, manufactured cars like Nyesom, or the assembled one like Peugeot, to build our economy, to stop siphoning our money away from this country in buying exotic imported goods like exotic cars. Did you see any of them, whether in Abuja, whether in Labour Party, whether in PDP, whether in SDP, who rejected that offer to have an SUV and say, we would rather have a Nyesom SUV. We rather have Peugeot SUV than to have SUV from Japan, Toyota SUVs, and all kinds of Toyota brands that they want to bring in. Did you hear any of them say something about it to save the naira? I can tell you for free, if the people in the Labour Party in the National Assembly have the character and the integrity of Peter Obi, they will stand their ground and say, we will not allow it. Of course, the minority will have their say and the majority will have their way. But the Labour Party ought to show that they are different. Ought to show that they are different. But have they shown that they are different? No. Because they are all been bought over. That's why they can't have courage of their own conviction. Say, no, we know that the majority will have their, minority will have their say and the majority will have their way. At least let you stand out. Even if it's only 8 senators from Labour Party say, we can't have it like this. We would rather have Nyesom Motors SUV than to have Toyota SUV. Did you see them say anything like that? Did the people in Abuja say anything like that? Did the people in PDP say anything like that? Did the people in NNPP say anything like that? They are ready and they are salivating to receive their SUV. They are ready and they are salivating to receive their SUV. 40 billion. When many Nigerians are dying of hunger and starvation. When many Nigerians, what they could think of giving them is 8,000 naira a month as palliative. Look at how much they say they are releasing to say 5 billion. How much will it go? How far can it go? Yet, our lawmakers, PDP, APC, Abuja, NNPP, they are ready to accept those kind of exotic cars instead of showing that they are different, instead of showing that they are for the masses, instead of showing that they are for the people. Rather, they are playing along. So that's why I tell you, there is no opposition in Nigeria right now. No opposition. Only Peter Obi and the Obidients are the opposition we have in Nigeria. It's so sad to say this, but only Peter Obi and the opposition. Perhaps when a video like this comes out, maybe it will make the Labour Party to stand out. Because what will make Labour Party to survive going forward is to show that they are not the same with PDP and the APC. That they are not the same with PDP and APC. Already, we can see that the romance between PDP and APC has gone too far that even a member of PDP, Senator Shehu Sani, who was a former senator representing Kaduna Central, in a recent tweet said that PDP should go and withdraw the case it has against APC in the presidential tribunal because they are just wasting their time. Because they are just wasting their time. Because if what Nyesom Wike said at his unveiling as the Minister of FCT, when he resumed after he was sworn in, if what he said is anything to go by, then there is no PDP anymore. So he was saying, let PDP go and withdraw the case against Tinubu. And what did Nyesom Wike say? What did he say? Nyesom Wike said that he's becoming a minister, a PDP member, becoming a minister in the APC government, that his party was aware of it. He said that his political party was aware of it. Little wonder the party kept mum despite everything, the anti-party activities of Nyesom Wike. He said the party was aware of it, that he wrote to the chairman of the party, that he wrote to his zonal chairman in South, and he wrote to the state chairman of PDP. And they all replied him, telling him, go ahead and go and be minister. And he also went further to say that Tinubu requested PDP governors, among others. Because I understand that you can talk about that Tinubu wrote to APC governors to nominate people to his cabinet. It's expected. They are members of his party. But that he wrote, that Tinubu wrote to PDP governors, and that PDP governors nominated candidates for minister. Come on. So how can PDP be an opposition party in Nigeria anymore? Since their governors nominated people to serve in the APC government. That's why I'm telling you, there is no opposition in Nigeria. The only opposition are the Obidients and Peter Obi. And that's why you see Nigerians praying for Peter Obi. Let him have victory in the courts. Let him have victory in the courts. Because the Obidients and Peter Obi are the only people saying the minds of millions of Nigerians. The other ones have chickened out. They are more interested in what they will get. In fact, to many of them, they think that Tinubu becoming president, having become president, that nothing will stop him from being confirmed by the court. Because in their own mindset, the corruption of Nigeria is so deep that you can't even get a single lawyer or judge that could be able to upturn the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is their conclusion. That is why you see many of them cannot open their mouths to talk. Because they are looking for where their next bread will be buttered. In the government, they are not, at least the one they are seeing. So there is no opposition in Nigeria. And PDP is the worst. Nyesom Wike has thoroughly embarrassed them and showed that they are a paperweight political party. That they are literally a dead party. Nyesom Wike made these revelations when he was unveiled as the electricity minister, when he resumed the first press conference that he did. Since that time, have you seen PDP people, the leadership? In fact, the newspaper reports were saying that reporters were calling the PDP leadership to react to Nyesom Wike's claim or allegation, if you like. 48 hours later, nothing. Mom was the word. And you call these people opposition. They should go and look at how to play opposition. They should go and learn. No matter what you say about Lai Mohammed, they should go and borrow from his rule book on how to play opposition. They are so docile that if not for the Obidients, it would have been taken for granted that the elections were over since March 1st, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was announced the winner of the election by INEC. It is the Obidients that have put the country on notice that it is not yet over until it is over. Without them, I can tell you for free, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC, they will be sleeping very finely at night. Because who is there to draw attention to the alleged rigging in the last election? Who is there? Who else is left? Atiku Abubakar that people talk about, that he's in court and all that. Are you seeing any passion in the part of the PDP people in Atiku's case? Many of the PDP people, like many Nigerians who believe that this country is irredeemably corrupt, that you can't get justice from court, they believe that all hope is lost. That Atiku Abubakar is just wasting his time. And that's the mentality in the National Assembly. By the ABGA, by the Labour Party people there, by the PDP people there, by the NNPP people there. So there is no opposition. So the people saving this our democracy, the people drawing attention, putting the justices on notice that they should make sure that they deliver justice without fear or favor, no matter whose ox is God. They are the Obidients. They are the ones reminding the justices of the promises they made. I remember the chairman of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, at the opening of that tribunal, at the inauguration, he warned that technicalities will not be tolerated in this court. But now, there are rumors flying all over the place that technicalities are being shopped, allegedly, to save whoever they want to save. That's how bad the whole thing is. But the people reminded them of their words, putting them on notice on what the law says about 25% in Abuja, what the law says about disqualification of candidates in Section 137, what the law says about the status of Abuja, and what the law says about the rerun and everything. The people who are really doing the work, reminding the judiciary, talking, are only the Obidients. They are the ones. They are the ones saving our democracy right now. The rest are ready to flow with the APC. There's one Honorable Oga, a Labour Party lawmaker from Abia State. He was the first person that gave sign of what was to come, that these people have nothing to offer Nigerians in terms of opposition. When, before their inauguration, and as Bola Ahmed Tinubu was then the acting, president-elect, he was not yet sworn in, he called them for a meeting. After that meeting, this Honorable Oga was praising Tinubu to the high level. He said, you never know Tinubu is this brilliant. He's so fantastic. Come on. And your presidential candidate is challenging him in the court. And that's how many of them are. There's the other day I saw how a lawmaker from Labour Party was showering praises on the on the Speaker of the House of Representatives. What did the House of Representatives do for him? That the Speaker of the House of Representatives sent somebody. It's not that the Speaker was there. He sent somebody to represent him in his birthday, the birthday he was celebrating in his office or in National Assembly. He was showering praises on the Speaker of the House of Representatives. With that kind of praise he was showering on the man, how can he challenge him in the floor of the National Assembly and to say, we cannot accept this? It was all about vanity. All they seek is vanity and not for the people. But we hope that things will change for the better, and that let us wait first of all to see what the Supreme Court, the courts will say about the election, especially the presidential election, before we now know the future of many of these characters who are now in the National Assembly, pretending to be representing the people who are opposed to the APC. Because the reason why people voted for Labour Party, voted for NNPP, voted for PDP, despite the baggages of PDP, is because APC performed terribly bad, performed so terribly that people wanted them to push out of the power. And then you go there and you cannot open your mouth to challenge what is bad. They are plotting to buy exotic cars for you. You are happy about it. They are plotting to give you billions, millions to furnish your office. You are okay with it. Those are things that matters to you. It's your largesse. It's no longer about the people. So there's no opposition in Nigeria. So we have to let us give the Obidients their flowers. Nigerians should give the Obidients their flowers, because they are the ones that are carrying this country's democracy on their shoulders to ensure that it survives. They are the ones putting pressures where pressures should be put to ensure that our democracy survives. They are the only opposition in Nigeria right now. If not, Nigeria would have been almost like a one-party state right now. But they are the ones pushing the agenda of challenging the status quo, of challenging the judiciary to do the right thing, to ensure that they deliver justice, to ensure that whatever verdict they will give must be in line with the law, without technicalities. And then they must deliver justice without fear or favor. It is the Obidients. We have to give them their flowers. They are the bastions of democratic ideal in Nigeria right now. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.